The goal of these entities who send messages to a person is that humans would prematurely die before giving their lives to Jesus. That was another scary and striking point that you said. And again, it proves that these entities, they're not benign. My question is that could the fact that the vast UFO encounters happen because they happen between 2 and 4 a.m., could it be that these encounters in this time they could be related to what the old cultures called the witching hour, which according to different mythologies usually happens around 3 a.m. or just slightly after 3 a.m.? Could this be somehow connected?
Well, UFO encounters can happen at any time of the day or night, but the most common time is like around 3 a.m. in the morning. And the most common location is lonely country roads. And that's why I said, well, guess where we astronomers spend most of our time? At telescopes on long, lonely country roads. And we're up there at 3 a.m. in the morning. But what's interesting is when you survey astronomers, you find that you only get a low percentage of those that have had experiences with UFOs. You'd expect them to be at the top of the list because they're spending their time at lonely country roads at 3 a.m. in the morning. But what I did notice when I was uh, active in doing astronomical research on major telescopes, I remember three of us graduate students, we were logging over 1,500 hours of telescope time per year, and we never had a UFO encounter. There were two astronomers who would log about 3 or 4 hours of observing time per year, and every time they had a UFO encounter. But I knew those two astronomers, and both of them were very involved in the occult. And so to me, that was the case. Okay, those of us that didn't have all this occult stuff, we never saw the UFOs, even though we were putting in, hundreds of times more observing hours than they were.